Jordan Clarkson also got into foul trouble. It was crazy to see such a big star to finish his game with 2 offensive fouls in a row in the fourth quarter. And he left the court with 3 minutes to play, and basically Philippines were just down by 3 points, so it was a decisive turnaround for the home team because they hadn't scored a field goal in the last 3 minutes of the game. And watching this game, watching these teams, first of all, it's always very interesting, very nice to see these, let's say, limited teams which have one superstar player and the way they try to build their game around with these role players, assets, and guys who try to help those stars. So watching Philippines and Dominican Republic, it's not like they were naturalized players like some other national teams did. But let's say if you had the chance to choose a national team, which type of NBA player you would prefer on your team? Karl Anthony Towns or Jordan Clarkson?
You know, the easiest way to escape an answer here is to say, well, it depends who else I have on the roster, you know. But since this is a hypothetical question and we don't have the roster where we add a star player, I would just go for a bigger star, you know. I would go for Karl Anthony Towns. Even though in this game he was forcing a lot of shots, he didn't really finish the game on good numbers. They got the win. That is the most important thing. It would be nice to see him and Al Horford in this competition, also with Chris Duarte. So that would be crazy, and it would take a lot of responsibility off Karl Anthony Towns' shoulders. So he wouldn't have to take so many crazy shots as he did. But yeah, I would just take him. Although today's game is probably guards game. Most teams are being ran by their point guards or combo guards, shooting guards, whatever. But Karl Anthony Towns is a super skilled center, and I would love to have him on my team.
Rytis, you mentioned the point, you know, of my argument that I was about to make. Nowadays game is all about the guards, and that's why I would prefer Jordan Clarkson to have on my team if we are building a team from the scratch, and all the other guys, let's say, are playing in the Dominican domestic league or the Philippines domestic league, simply because. Of course, that was only one game, and but Karl was really struggling to create, you know, the shots against. It's easier against him to send double teams because he's not maybe, you know, he's used to double teams in the NBA, but Jordan Clarkson is just faster. He can avoid those you know, help defenses better, and it's not like he was playing better than Cat, but. I don't know. I think you have more chances. You can have an easier fit. You can have an easier time when you have a star ball handler guard than a star big who can also dribble the ball. But you know, it doesn't look as easy. Let's say in my eyes. So if we're building a team around one superstar, I would probably go with Jordan Clarkson. I would say. Donatas, you decide here.
I'm on Olga's side too. I'll also prefer guards, although I have to admit that both weren't very good. Maybe it's because both national teams relied on them too much and they had to force a lot of situations, a lot of shots. Clarkson was 9 of 24. He made 8 turnovers despite 28 points. Karl Anthony Towns was 5 of 16, and he collected basically the main part of his 26 points on the free throw line, hitting 15 of 16. Both were forcing shots too much. Both were put in situations where they had to create something from nothing, and it was actually a very low quality game. That's why it's the problem of these, let's say, lower quality teams. I mean, you have to put all the cards on the table for these players, and it was a really low quality game. Neither Clarkson nor Anthony Towns played great. Other players